I got a call from the principal of a special needs school a couple of days ago, and she just wanted to thank me for what our programs are doing for her learners. So I asked her, what do you mean? She said, well, she's dealing with special needs kids who are on the autistic spectrum, some a little more into the spectrum. And she was actually becoming a bit despondent about their education and about their futures. And she wanted to try something, anything that would motivate them to learn, that would give them a chance of earning an income as they get a bit older. And the current system was just not working. They were just not doing well, particularly with languages and mathematics. Go figure, right? So anyways, I asked her what she meant about our programs. And she said, look, I put my kids onto this program. I was looking for a coding program for kids, and I put them onto this, and I was amazed. That's her exact words. She was amazed at the instant and immediate results that she saw in these kids. She said, the one kid who it's very difficult to get him to come to school. But this guy, since he started this coding program, he's been at school every day, and he'll sit glued to that screen for 6 hours, obviously taking his breaks, but at 6 hour stretches, and he would complete these modules. And a module that it normally, which is designed to take a month to do, took this kid 4 days. In 4 days, he was done with that module. Incredible. I was shocked. I said, look, perhaps there's some kind of mistake, because I designed these modules myself. And I can tell you these modules are not easy to do. But nonetheless, we checked the results, we checked the statistics, and sure enough, he completed the module and he understood the concepts. Then she calls me the next day and says, I got another student who did the entire module in 6 hours. In 6 hours. I said, what kind of learners have you got? To me, it seems, and my response to her was this, that the word special in your special needs kids doesn't refer to special in a sense of any lesser. I think in this case, special means super intelligent, extra intelligent, because that's what it seems those kids are. 6 hours, a module that's supposed to take a month, he did it in 6 hours and he submitted his work. Isn't that incredible? Now, these kids, who are they? They are kids who, as I said earlier, special needs kids, meaning they are rejects from the schooling system. They have been kicked out because the schooling system can't handle them. They failed the schooling system and the schooling system failed them. And so they were removed from the schools and they had to go into the special needs schools where they could get a different type of education. But I'd like to ask you a question. Which child is not special? Which child doesn't have his or her own special needs, special preferences when it comes to learning? I believe that every child is a special child. Every child needs to be treated in a special way because each child has its own needs. And if we're going to judge all children equally, then aren't we doing them a great injustice because they are so different? As a parent, when I look at my 3 kids, and now I've got 2 daughters-in-law, when I look at my 5 kids, I see such beauty in the absolute differences, in the contrasts, in their personalities, in the way they express themselves, in the way they absorb things, in the way they observe the world, in the way that they learn things. It's the most beautiful thing. But the current schooling system, what it does is it puts everybody into a box and it deals with everybody in the exact same way. Now, Einstein had something to say about this. He said, and I'm going to read it to you. He said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Aren't we doing exactly that? Aren't we taking kids with a diverse set of skills, with a diverse set of inherent abilities that they were born with, and we're squashing that? And we're saying to them, you are not good enough. Your abilities mean nothing here. You are not special here. You need to toe the line. You need to do what we tell you to do. Look at what everybody else is doing. If everybody else is good at math, you need to be good at math. If everybody's good at languages, you need to be good at languages. Otherwise, fear tactics, you will not go into university. And if you don't go into university, you are going to starve, because there's no other way of earning an income except if you have a degree. Don't we do that? I know it sounds harsh what I'm saying, but really, if you think about it, that's what the system told us and our parents, and that's what we are telling our children and our grandchildren. This horrible system has brainwashed us and made us believe that if we are not conforming in that box, then we are rejects. Like these kids, these poor kids at the school, and I met them. They are amazing. They have amazing personalities. But the question really is, who exactly is the reject here? Is it these kids, or is it the system that failed to bring out the best in them? Because this week these kids proved one thing very clearly, that I am not stupid. I'm actually very, very intelligent. I mean, these are kids who never coded before in their lives. They never did anything closely resembling coding. Maybe some of them were computer savvy. And they took to this coding program and they completed a module which it takes adults a month to do in 6 hours. In 6 hours, does that not scream out, I am super intelligent? And these kids have proven that the real reject here is not them, but the system that rejected them, the system that is inadequate to bring out the best in every child, to hold up a mirror to the child and say, look at how amazing you are. Look how amazing you are and what you've done. Imagine all that you can accomplish. Go wild with your imagination. Rather, what does this reject system do? It knocks them down, knocks them down, knocks them down. You are not good enough. You did your work at school, now go for tuition. Pay countless amounts of money on tuition. Chase that meaningless A at the end of the term or the end of the year. It's sad. It hurts me to see the system that has caused so much of damage, so much of psychological damage still being perpetuated. Now let me tell you something, especially those of you who are parents and those of you who are educators. The generation that we are dealing now, I call the Gen Y, and not the letter Y, the word Y, W-H-Y. When these kids are given a task or an instruction, unlike my generation, the white hair generation, 1975 model and earlier, we did what we were told. Whether it made sense or not, it could have been the most stupid thing we did it because of two reasons. One is our sense of duty and the other is the fear of getting some serious punishment. But today's generation will ask you why. Why should I do this? Why am I studying trigonometry? Why am I doing Shakespeare? Why this mom? Why that mom? Why this teacher? Why that dad? Tell me. And they're not, when we are asked this question, remember, they are not challenging us. They're not being arrogant. They're not being disobedient. They are saying, motivate me. I want to do this, but I need motivation. And the thing is, when I'm teaching my kids coding, when I'm teaching them how to build apps, how to build video games, how to build software systems, the why is already inherent. They know why they are doing this and they are enjoying it. And that's why they excel at it. And it's a system that we designed to bring out the best in them and show them this is what you have accomplished. Thank you so much.